much time do I have? 3 minutes left. I'm making Julia Child's 30-minute steak dinner in under 30 minutes. I hope I am. I don't know yet. Welcome back to Jamie and Julia.
Oh! Bon appetit.
So it's this recipe in Julia Child's French chef cookbook. That's where we find ourselves today. And it's this, steak dinner for 4 in half an hour. Check out this menu too. I go Buido, a Provençal Garlic Soup. I've made that before, but not in a speedy way like we have to today. Broiled Flank Steak with Brussels sprouts and baked whole tomatoes. And for dessert, Temple de Glace à la Martinique. Mold of ice cream with rum and chocolate. So I've done something similar to this challenge in the past. 45 minutes and 39 seconds is how long it took me to make Julia Child's 30-minute dinner. That's including hors d'oeuvres. A valiant attempt for sure, A for effort, but there are a couple things that I'd like to just tweak a little bit. Things to improve on, such as prep work, mise en place, having the water boiling before we start cooking, little things like that. I've studied the recipe, I've done my homework. I've watched Julia make this on her show, and I know what I'm in for, so I'm ready. So I'm gonna just go back in time a couple hours. We just gotta do a couple things first, and then we'll meet back up right here. See you in a second. Well, in a few minutes. See you shortly. We gotta make a dessert. We're doing this hours in advance, so this actually isn't included in that allotted 30 minutes that we have saved for everything else down the road. This is separate. I didn't come up with these rules. Julia did. So yeah, I'm a rule follower today, and it's a dessert that is, she says it's quite easy to make, but it's got a fancy name. It's called Temple de Glace à la Martinique. I think that's pretty good. Julia has said that she never really ate a lot of desserts, but when she did, it had to include chocolate and rum. So that's what this is. It's a mold of ice cream with rum and chocolate. Julia's fave. So I'm gonna start this off with a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips with a 1/4 cup of water. And I'm gonna melt this together. Since this is an episode based on speed, I think the microwave is the best bet for this. I think Julia would appreciate that. There's always time for arts and crafts. All right, everyone's favorite Charlotte mold. And I'm gonna put my circle cut out of wax paper. Julia said she loves rum, so do I. Let's make it happen. 1/4 cup of rum. I got the rum in this dish here. I'm gonna pour in a 3/4 cup of water to dilute it, and then sweeten to taste with sugar. To taste. Ladyfingers. These are what's left over from the Charlotte Molotov episode, which, there was a happy ending, but making ladyfingers myself was another story. Anyway, it's too soon to talk about that kind of stuff. So one of life's biggest regrets is dunking that stuff in. They've all completely fallen apart. All right, so I'm gonna take my ladyfingers one by one, dip them into this rum and water concoction. First, I'm gonna line the bottom. One of the things I do now is just mold these desserts. We got this down pat over here. Line the mold with the ladyfingers. Take 2 to 3 spoonfuls, big spoonfuls of this chocolate, and pour it on top of the ladyfingers on the base there. Yay! Julia just kind of made a mess with it, so I feel like I can do that too. I got some store-bought softened vanilla ice cream. It is enjoyable. It's been a long winter. What we need to do is spoon it into the dish, filling by 1/3 to start. Dipped ladyfingers on top of the ice cream. I'm assuming this recipe was created for the weekdays in mind, right? You're gonna make a steak dinner for 4 in half an hour. Well, I don't know why you would make this on a weekday, but if you are, then much respect, much respect. Next up, we spoon on more chocolate and more ice cream. Ladyfingers. That's the last of it. I can't remember if I added chocolate to this layer here. I don't think I did. So I'm just gonna sneak some chocolate underneath the ice cream. Just a little bit of a surprise under there for whoever's looking, which would most likely be me. With the pretty patterns, let's kind of cover this up a bit. I'm gonna get this into the freezer until I need it. A couple hours. While we're doing things in advance, this is a flank steak. It's 1.5 pounds. And the flank area is what, the abs of the beef, right here, and they got like 2 of them. I have never cooked with flank steak ever before, so I picked up a really nice one because I really want to knock it out of the park today. Now, before that 30-minute timer begins, we need to start with a marinade. So I got my big roasting pan here. That's what I'm gonna use. I need a big flat surface like this. This is where the steak's gonna go. 3 tablespoons of green onions, scallions. And Julia, for this, in her show, was using like the white area and the light green area. She wasn't going up here, so I can save this for something else, and this is what I want to use. And when she was slicing this up, she just kind of like, she was just doing this. Just mince it. Bowl me. Thank you. That's 3 tablespoons of semi-minced up scallion. In goes 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now this next ingredient is in no way, shape, or form French, and I don't think Julia cares. She says it works well with a marinade for beef. Whoa! It's soy sauce, by the way. 1.5 tablespoons worth. Okay, obviously this is not French either. 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Big pinch of pepper. The juice of 1/2 lemon. Any salt? I don't think so. Soy sauce, salty enough. 1/2 of this marinade goes on one side, flip it over, and then on goes the rest of it. Cover this with wax paper. I'm gonna get this into the fridge for a few hours until we're ready to rock and roll. There's no room for this. If there's a will, there's a way. Time to take a break, smoke break if you want to. Don't smoke, but I will see you in a few. Julia said, if you're gonna do one of these dinners fast, you've got to do some planning ahead of time. And if you're wondering, well, Jamie, why don't you just write everything down on a piece of paper so that way you know what you're doing? Well, I got my recipe. I got kind of an order of things right here. All right. Water's to a boil, oven is on. I think all that's left to do, start the timer. Keep in mind that I'm the only one in here right now, so I'm moving around the cameras. If a battery dies or whatever, like, you know, keep that in mind. 8:30 in the PM. We're gonna have dinner at 9. It's a late dinner. They always are. Here we go. Where should I keep this? Shoot, I should have thought of that. Here? No, here. We're wasting time. Okay, so I need to start off with Aigo Buido, which is Aigo Buido? Aigo Buido. Terrible start. I've made it before, but we gotta make it again. It doesn't take too long. We just kind of have to, got the knife. So I got 2 bulbs of garlic here. I need to remove the loose outside skin from the garlic heads. Okay, good start, good start. And then chop the heads roughly. I saw her do this on her show, so I kind of know that you just can kind of get away with doing something like that and like that. To the boiling water. That was 2 quarts of boiling water, PS. In goes 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 whole bay leaf, but I'm gonna use 2. I'm not driving. 1/4 teaspoon of thyme and 1/4 teaspoon of sage. Let's mix that all together. Yes, perfect. All right. Next up, baking tray, and I'm gonna make the tomato thing. So I need 2-inch regular tomatoes here. And I'm gonna pour around a spoonful of olive oil on top of them. Just get that all combined. Salt, pepper, salt. All right, you can take the vine off, you weirdo. My oven is set to 425 F, and these are gonna go in for 5 or 6 minutes, till the skin cracks. Time that. Okay, with my Brussels sprouts. What do I gotta do with my Brussels sprouts? Okay, so I gotta take off any crappy leaves. 5 minutes in, holy crapola. By the way, that soup's gonna take around 20, 30 minutes, so I don't know how this is even possible. 20 minutes, I'm gonna go with 20 minutes. Pierce across 1/4 inch deep at the base of the stems. Across. This is gonna be to speed up the cooking process. Okay, I got another pot of boiling water. Woo, in the go. 6 to, how long? How long? 7 minutes. 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, don't forget that. Next up, the steak. I can't do anything right now. I think maybe I have time to clean. We have time to clean. Okay, quick ass tidy up. Okay. What's next? How much time is it? 8.5 minutes so far. Wow, it's flying by. Oh, shit. I forgot to add the saffron threads into the garlic soup and these 2 whole cloves. Why is my watch buzzing? My watch is buzzing. That means that the tomatoes are done. All right, tomatoes, the skin needs to have cracked, right? Julia, is that what you said? When the skin splits, the skin has officially split. The skin has split. All right, so I'm gonna turn the oven off, broiler goes on, and now we're gonna be ready for the steak momentarily. I have to go to the bathroom. I didn't factor that in. 7 minutes for the Brussels sprouts, which would be shortly, almost 7 minutes. Is there anything I should be doing? Probably. Brussels sprouts are finito. There's the Brussels sprouts. Keep them warm until I need them. How about that? Off over here. Oh, gotta get the steak in. Here is the marinated flank steak. Nice. So this needs to be cooked rare. I repeat, rare. It's gonna be 3 minutes per side, as close to the broiler as I can get it. All right, in it goes. 3 minutes for the, keep the door ajar. You know what, I should probably take that dessert out of the freezer now. Remember this thing? Whoa, mama. I should have taken this out a little earlier, actually. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off. I didn't think. 10 minutes enough to get that off? Yeah. Microwave's really hot right now because of all the boiling water, so you know what time it is, right? Cut off these lady fingers that are sticking out. Flip the steak. "21.5 minutes have passed. We're doing okay, guys. This thing is gotta be flipped onto my thing here. Okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Bowl me. Thank you. And the sieve. You got no sieve for me? No sieve? Where is that sieve? Oh, shit. All right, let's strain. Ow. 24 minutes. We gotta strain the soup. Charlie Brown, I'm really gonna need your help right now. Push it through the sieve. Try to get as much flavor out of this sucker as you can. So the soup goes back into the saucepan. Keep it simmering, keep it simmering. Some salt, some pepper. Steak is done. right, steak is done. Okay, let's keep the tomatoes in the hot oven, heat them back up again. I hope that steak is done. Yeah, little rare, that's perfect. What do I do? Turn the microwave on because it's been acting up while the water's been boiling, but I really need to melt some chocolate. I think this will work. How much time do I have? 3 minutes left. Okay, so we gotta go back to the garlic soup for a second. Beat the egg yolks. Bowl me. Thank you. Beat 3 egg yolks until they are thick and sticky. That's as good as it's gonna get. 1/4 cup of olive oil. And we gotta make a thick sauce. We have 1.5 minutes. We gotta get the soup over here. Whenever you're ready to serve, bring the soup base to a boil. I just did that. Scrape the liaison, pizza spatula. Scrape the liaison into the soup. Oh shit, it's scrambled. It's scrambled. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. The liaison has officially scrambled. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We're not there. Okay. I need more egg yolks. 31 minutes. Okay, I've cleaned the scrambled eggs out of my garlic soup. So I think what I need to do is just whip up 3 more egg yolks, clean this out, and we should be right as rain. Okay, so I'm gonna need to take out the 3 egg yolks. Shut up, why are you beeping? I don't know. This time I don't think I'm gonna add olive oil. The olive oil I think already went into the soup. It's my best guess. Maybe not, maybe I'll add a little olive oil. All right, I know what I gotta do. I just gotta do it more careful this time. Okay. Add some olive oil. We're creating a liaison. Let's do this gently, a little at a time. We're gonna beat this in. Okay, so that's the soup. Has this dessert. Come on. Come on. All right, come out, you bastard. It came out. Hallelujah. All right, let's get that wax paper off. Steak. Brussels sprouts need salt, pepper, some butter. Plop them on. Shut up, what is that beeping all the time? Oh, that's the chocolate. Cut this steak into thin slices on a diagonal. I really wish the vegetables were not on the plate with this right now. I think the steak is cooked beautifully, considering. Some of this chocolate on top of my dessert. I don't know. Just kind of, yeah. And the final piece to the puzzle, a little parsley on top of the soup. Order up! 42 minutes, 45 seconds. So we didn't meet the time cutoff, but how does the food taste? I feel like that's a pretty important question. Start off with some garlic soup. Look at that color. Shave a little Parmesan on top. Oh, that is garlicky. Oh, that's some good flavors in that thing. Cloves kind of sneaking in there too. It is a wonderful bowl of soup. Shall we move on to the steak? Oh, that marinade. Oh, the steak. With the Brussels sprouts and tomatoes, I think I'm gonna follow those recipes often in my own cooking. So easy. And then the steak. I can't get enough of that marinade. With the scallions and the soy sauce, it's like you can taste all that in the meat. It's perfect. Tender, beautiful, happy camper. Sitting here talking about the food, and this thing is melting away. Melts fast, holy crap. Okay, we gotta get this into the freezer ASAPly. This thing is melting. All right, this is time for closing ceremonies. This question remains a mystery. Is it possible to make Julia Child's steak dinner in 30 minutes? We got close. 42 minutes, 45 seconds. And if it weren't for those scrambled egg yolks, we may be having a different conversation right now. Food was good. Food was really good. I loved it. That's the end of that chapter. This was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir. I think I have made the biggest mess I have ever made in this kitchen.